If you're constantly uploading videos and you're getting less than 10 views, it can be really demotivating. But the truth is, getting views on YouTube is actually pretty easy. So if you're struggling, I can guarantee it's because you're doing one of these 6 things wrong. And once you go through what I'm about to show you and fix these, you're going to see far more views on all of your future videos. Without further ado, let's just get straight into it.
Who we got in the
very
building?
Quickly, the first thing we need to check is if your account is verified or not. And no, I'm not talking about blue tick verification or big channel.
Let's see who we got. View my channel. CP Carpentry is live. Oh, let's not turn the live down. Mark, here we go. Hey, Mark and Aaron are in the building. Just loaded you up on the computer. I've been editing the John. Cheers, man. Thank you, John. Yeah, I do my best, man. I do my best. I wish there was some sort of button or something I could do to just say, any DIYer, I'm here. Anything you want to learn, tell me and I'll teach you. How is everyone tonight? Who's having a good Valentine's? Mrs. CP Carpentry, and we might get to see her tonight. She might show her face. Who knows? Hey, Robbo. How are we all? Just got finished. What you been doing, Aaron? Mrs. in the bedroom with the daughter. Whereabouts in Canada? Hey. Damn phone. Whereabouts in Canada, man? I'm in the east of England. Let's see what the weather is in Canada. Weather. How do we spell? There we go. Canada weather. Woo! -6. Yeah, I'm all right, actually. Thanks. I'll stay here. 3 o'clock in the afternoon, apparently, according to Google. Get that spider off my hoodie. Is this the point where I go? Looking to put up some framing inside a shipping container. Nice. Yeah, man. Like, I think if I ever had like a yard and I wanted to keep my tools nice, 100% I'd be doing like 3x2 walls and Celotex, plasterboard, skim. I don't know, I don't know where it is, but like they do it in the UK, I'm sure they do it in America. There's a big demand, or there's a small market, but a big demand for like timber frame, what do we call it? Timber frame like builds, timber frame like kit houses. I'd love to work on something like that, John. Hope you're enjoying the timber framing, man. I need a real Cyclops visor, yellow lights with the red lights light up, please, and thank you. Yeah, so I guess, so only from what I've seen on UK, I'm sure they're all the same because they go around the world. You like the shipping containers, like the 20-foot and the 40-foot shipping containers I've seen in England, there is like a wooden ply base, and then yeah, it's just all the corrugated tin around. I would take the approach of left wall, right wall, wedge it to the ceiling, probably high load damp, glue the bottom. Given that you're on timber, I won't bother with damp. Celotex, then lower on the underside timber, and then above Celotex, and then plasterboard. But yeah, I know what you mean, man. It's 100%. That's a challenge. Player high, Aaron Aree, James. Web fan 1234, currently 54 degrees in Texas. Nice. Just making sure. I'm scrolling tonight. People have told me that I don't read out the comments. Where is Robbo? How's Robbo's week been? Hope your week's been better this week, man. I know you didn't have a good week the other day. I won't out you on a live, but yeah, man, I hope you're all right. Yeah, man. At one point we had 32 people, Aaron. The start of these chats, I tend to gather loads and loads of people. It's sort of like whew, big notification, lets everyone know that I'm live. Quite a few people tune in. And yeah, if you've tuned in, everyone's welcome to get involved in this. I'm Charlie and I do carpentry and construction, and I try and help DIYers if anyone wants to learn anything. Yeah, I suppose 2x2 works just as much as 3x2, I guess. Nice, Mark. Yeah, man, up north. Apparently there might be snow this week, or this weekend, did they say? I did have a brief look at the Met Office. That's like English weather. Nah, we don't. Weber fan. So traditionally, can't get my words out tonight. Traditionally in England, we would do like strip foundations, then we do like a block and beam floor. So like we lift our English homes like a foot and a half off the ground. It can breathe. It's got air bricks underneath the property. Then we have thick, real thick, like 4 inches, 100mm, if not 150mm, 6-inch Celotex, like insulation. Then we have another 4 inches of like concrete in our floors. More modernly, traditionally now. Years gone by, we would perhaps do a big concrete strip with hardcore concrete, then do Celotex, then do screed. And then traditionally we have like brick and block, which is like an inner skin and an outer skin. Then there's like little wall ties every meter, and then every like fifth course of bricks. And a brick is like 85mm. What is that? It's just under 4 inches. That's like 3 inches. Yeah, just over 3 inches, well under 4 inches. So we used to use loads and loads of rock wool, like woolly sort of insulation. Nowadays, this Celotex stuff has come around, which is like foam and tinfoil on the outside. Yeah, John, if I ever land in the position where I can either buy my own yard or move house and just get a bigger garden, I will do an amazing project on how to do a temporary frame shed in the garden. I'm currently, Mark here, in this live, I'm currently helping Mark design and come up with an idea for his shed. Weber, aircon has probably risen its most since COVID. Since people have been home since COVID and being on, like, in England, what we called furlough, basically sent home with 80% pay. Sorry, I'm bad for reading things, thinking and trying to talk. I can't do all three at once. I'm reading these. Yeah, since COVID, and people sort of waking up and seeing what England is, because it's a crap place. The English government, like, we won't go there. But basically, people in chat that live in England know how bad it is, and people that don't live in England that are in chat just know that if the government are not making money out of us one way or another, the government are not happy. The government just want everything. They want their cake and eat it, basically, long story short. And we all do our best to not give the government and their cake. Yeah, it's getting worse, Mark. Right, sorry, I'm just going to try and read all of these. It's cool to see you do a cabin, bunkers, yeah. Where have you been up today? Today I've done my shelves. Future coming video, how to sort of fix shelving and how to create storage, and yeah, with like English homes, with like plasterboard and metal stud track walls and different fixings that are used for different purposes. Yeah, things to look out for when fixing blind into like soft plasterboard walls. That's what I've been on today. Just put a coat on. Has the demand for aircon, yeah, especially in England. Project shared over many parts. Yeah, John, honestly, I would love to go OCD, ADHD, full send into the most efficient, most cost-effective, and most high-tech and man-cavey build ever. I'm currently sort of playing around with things in my workshop, how to sort of set it up. Heat pumps are here in the UK, as well as air source heat pumps and ground source heat pumps. Air source is like 90-80% of the market, and ground source on new builds is like if people have got deep pockets. Used to pay for water bills. Yeah, Aaron, I've just been doing my shelves. Getting worse from Mark. We used to be paying for water bills. That's a good question. I just give Mrs. CP Carpentry the money. I want to say our water bill is like 200 English pounds, like every 4 months. I don't know if that's right. I think it's like, let me Google it. Oh, £220. That's well out. Maybe it's £220 over the year. Average water bill is like 473 or £40 a month, apparently, according to Google. But how was solar panel and battery installation increased in the last few years? So solar has become very popular in the United Kingdom, but as always, there's so many companies that are thinking that start up and think they've got a good idea, but have bad ways to back up their company and just go bust, basically. So like, yes, it's very popular, but it's like there's 100 different people out there that do this, and within 18 months to 12 months, you can't buy those parts again. So it's really hard for UK Sparks to be confident with pushing and offering warranty, and it all comes down to stuff like a company will start up, offer finance on something, the electrician, whether it's the customer doesn't pay, the electrician doesn't install wrong and the customer's then not happy, or the materials that they use are just not up to the scratch in the UK. Because in the UK, like 1 minute it's freezing cold, next minute it's blaring sun, then it's cloudy, then it's pouring down with rain. Like within a week, we go through every single weather station you could think of. Whereas, say, Spain, Italy, Portugal, out there's a lot of sun a lot of the time, so things just burn out quicker. Whereas in England, it's very hard for things to last, and companies just go bust. They offer finance, they ship out thousands of pounds worth of stuff, and yeah, Weber, we're like 200 and like 229 to 219 volts, I think, if you plug your tester in over here. Yeah, honestly, solar is expensive, Mark. 12k is like an average install. I bet there was like small batteries with that, if any. John, I will 100%. John, if you're nicely, if you're a Liverpool man living in Canada, I watch a couple on YouTube in Idaho called Ambition Strikes. Riley, and I don't know his wife's name now. I think it's Jen and Riley. Mate, they literally, for whatever $100,000, brought the side of a cliff, the side of a mountain, and they've built an entire 3-phase workshop, solar panels, off-grid water. I'm amazed by it. I'd love to do something like that, but England doesn't really have the facilities for that. Where I am in the Fens is very flat. Yeah, Ambition Strikes is awesome. Riley and someone. He's an engineer, and he started engineering like campers for the back of like utes and pickup trucks and stuff in America, to buying his first house, to going, hell with it, I'm going to make this custom caravan, I'm selling everything, and we're closing the business until we settle somewhere. And yeah, they brought a plot of land off grid, and they completely live off grid. It's amazing. Hats off to them. They've got like 700 and something thousand followers and subscribers. Mark, you got a full refund. Your brother got a full refund. Was that because it never went ahead, or because it was not up to scratch, or what was the context, Mark? Robbo, I'll watch them too. Yeah, honestly, Robbo, they're amazing. But if only us, could be like that in the UK. Can you imagine if we could live for free, what the government would think to that? They would just find some way to tax us. Ah, you sold him to him wrongly, yeah. Yeah, John, or who was it that was asking? Sorry, I can't remember who was asking about solar. John was asking about solar. Yeah, like, I'm sure you know, being Liverpool Scouse, there's like an N75, not like a Nokia N75, but there's a form called an N75, and you could have 12 panels on your roof. You could have Renogy batteries. You could have the right inverter. You could have proper termination. You could have all containment. You could have the most beautiful setup in the world. But if somebody doesn't fill out that N75 form at the right time and place and hand it into the council correctly, you can't export your power to the grid. And then there's no discount. All that means is every time the sun shines on your roof, you just pull less from the grid. So, Weber, an acre of land today in 2025 has probably come down because farmers have been taxed no end. They've been hit with inheritance tax, which some farmers can stomach that. Like if the budget was like 10 or 15 million, those kind of big farms that employ 30 people could stomach what the government are going to try and hit them with. But who can't is literally father and son farms. And because the threshold is like 1 million, in England it's not hard to be worth 1 million when you farm. But in America, it's not hard to be worth 1 million having a farm. A combine's 500,000, a tractor's 250,000. Put an implement behind it. That's without what your shed costs, your farm costs. Without, yeah, I'm going off on one. Yeah, you get the gist. Yeah, Clarkston, 50-50. Clarkston's 50-50. Like, he's done some real good things to open the eyes to the public, to explain, like, yes, farmers drive around in Range Rovers. Yes, farmers have £50. Well, they don't have £50 notes in their pocket, but they work in £50 notes. They might sell a whole trailer of like wheat for like £7,000. But like, nicely, is what some people don't understand is that from that £7,000 in that trailer, £2,000 was like water on those potatoes. Another £1,000 was fertilizer on them potatoes, and all of a sudden that £8,000 trailer worth of potatoes is worth like 1,500 quid. Oh, and the tractor does 7 to the gallon carrying it. 38k per acre in Northern Ireland. So yeah, in the fens, in like East Anglia and Suffolk, it used to be £1,000 an acre back in like 2008 after the last recession. But since land has gone up and farming has gone up and inflation has gone up, you're now looking at like 10, if not 12, sometimes £14,000 an acre. And yeah, if you get to somewhere like Lincoln, I think Lincoln is the most expensive land. The land up there is like £15,000-20,000 an acre. But where I live, it's very black, it's very peaty, it's very flat, it's very, if it rains, it's wet for ages. Absolute ages. Like if you think tractors around your way make a mess of the roads, our roads literally turn to dirt tracks when farming fields get wet. Yeah, Robbo, I can imagine. Sorry, I've got something set up on my computer and I'm just reading what's on my computer. A thing is just, I'll flick it round. Look, I'll come off that. I was reading through this and I was like, what's this? Up here it says goal. Make super chat fun with a goal. Set a goal, engage with your audience in a new way. Once you reach your goal, celebrate with your community. Pick a goal, 10 super chats. Choose a super chat colours that count, teal and higher. What? 2 hours. Share how you'll celebrate. Get inspired examples. see what this does. See your goals. See goal. Continue. Right. YouTube has asked me to create a goal. Ignore it if you want to ignore it, but I've just created a goal. Yeah, in about 45 minutes, in an hour or something. What's the time now? Oh, blimey, it's 8:30 already. Yeah, like 9 o'clock, I'm going to go down to the, I'll go to the workshop and we'll go look around the workshop. And you guys can come up with some ideas of stuff I can do in the workshop. I need to create more storage. Someone has pointed out in the workshop that I've got a lot of mirrors in there because it used to be the gym. I need to get rid of them. And I could definitely do with some better lighting. Like at the moment, I'm on a key light. Got this little thing shining on me. Right, let's save that there. I literally got it on eBay, Mark. I will show you it. I think I got it on eBay. Gym wall art. Gym wall sticker. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I got it off eBay, but I can't find it. Let's see if I can find you the link, Mark. I should think it might have changed. Here we go. Thank you, Robbo. You legend. My number one as always, Robbo. How do I like that? Can I like that? There we go. 2 likes. We've got 2 likes on that. Where's the van section gone off Discord? Hold on. Let's have a look. I didn't realise it had gone, Aaron. I think it's just changed, Aaron. I think it's right down the bottom. It's hashtag all things vans. Look at that. I've just noticed Moto. Mark with a tenner. How do we like? Can we click like? You legend. And I'll click like. Tried to post before when it was fully loaded. Oh, mate, I bet that was on the floor, Mark. Aaron, apologies. Just for anyone joining in, I know Robbo will appreciate this. These supers actually go to me. Previously, like members, thank you, Mark, for becoming a member this month. And Robbo, you're a legend for continuing to be a member. In fact, tell me what you would like to see as an extra as members, and I'll do my absolute best to make it happen. Yeah. Yeah, these, yeah, it is great news. These, nicely, without sounding bad, like nicely, these are like the ones that are worth it. Like joining the channel currently, other than when I upload, you guys get to see the videos early. Bless you, there's not a lot of benefits, so I want to make it worthwhile to you guys that do. Don't need no. You're doing enough for me with the shed. Yeah, I'll even honestly, even after this, Mark, or anyone that wants help with DIY, just join the Discord. And honestly, in my free time, like even now, I'll turn the camera around. I've not answered it, but even now, I'm about to click on WhatsApp. and answer a question for a customer on Monday, all the way at 8:30 at night. Here we go. One question: are you able to grab the scaffolding boards, and I'll send the cost of them? Sorry, I keep saying I'll go. Force myself to make time. So yeah, on Monday I've got a kitchen lined up, but it's with a famous TikToker. She, I didn't even know she was famous. I was just talking to her like a normal human, and she was like, "Yes, I'm home all the time." It's like, right, where's this going? And then I was like, in a minute, is she going to tell me something? I was like, in a minute, is she going to tell me something I don't want to be knowing? And then she was like, "Oh no, I stay home and I'm a full-time TikToker." Almost, Robbo, almost. I tell you, how can I do this? I'm like, well, I should think tonight I will get paid. Before tonight, before that 15:09, I was at £54. But that was £54 as of, it's 2 days behind, so 14th, 13th. I was at £54 from YouTube on the 12th. My maths is bad. So yeah, by now, nicely, yeah, thank you very much to Mark and Robbo for being members, Aaron and Mark and Robbo and everyone that's helping out, donating and whatever you're doing. Apologies. I've just seen Weber fan has just asked me for something. Weber, let me help you out. Yeah, sorry, Robbo. Yeah, no, nearly, fucking nearly, but not quite. Right. I have a question for you guys. Purple or red? Purple or red? Drop your comments below. Purple or red? Maybe it does. But honestly, Aaron, if I'll show you. Actually, Aaron, have you got all of this, Aaron? Have you got all of this? If you haven't, tell me now, and I'll in fact, shit, what is it? Right, hold on, Aaron. Hold on, Aaron. Apologies. Let me. Aaron, I'm going to apologise, man. I don't really know what I'm doing with this Discord, but. Mate, oh, I really want to get you in there. Hello. Oh, mate. Anyone, sorry, apologies, I've just noticed something. Anyone in the Discord that sees these, tag me. Apologies. I was on the belief I would get notifications when you guys talk in here. And yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to just blurt all of Mark's Lego out there. Mate, that is awesome Lego. The Bugatti, Ford Ranger, or the Raptor, sorry, the Duke, the Ducati, the Ghostbusters, the Lambo, Chiron, is that? Lamborghini Chiron. The Technic with the crane and the dumper. That's sick. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I saw there. So sorry, Weber wanted a subwoofer build. We'll do a subwoofer build for Weber. I will talk about it tonight in a mo. Cupboard's full as well. I checked there and I didn't see Vans. Aaron, I apologise. Robbo, sorry. I checked there and I didn't see Vans. Sorry, Robbo. How do we... Let me... I'm going to drop a picture in there now. And let me know in the Discord. I don't want to go off on one with the Discord, but yeah. Right, I've just posted in All Things Vans. Let me know if you guys can see All Things Vans. We've got 6 people in here and only 4 likes. Pretty please smash that like button. Van looks like the only one missing, right. Yeah, I don't know who Test Icicles is, but that's a legend of a name. Right, if I take that and I drop... If I drop that, hopefully that will drop you guys an invite to All Things Vans. Back, escape, create an invite, copy, general, paste, invite. If anybody wants to join this Discord that's not in my Discord, if you go to, in fact, I'll show you. If you go, I'll come off the live. If you go here on my channel, if you go to more and you find that Discord link, that should then open up the, it's going to open it up online. That should then open up my Discord if anyone wants to join. And if you have any problems accessing anything. Nice, John. Legend. Welcome to the Discord. Yeah, any questions? If I can't answer them, Robbo, Aaron. Aaron's pretty good. I think Aaron's... I don't want to offend. I'm sure Aaron's in the trade. Aaron talks like you're in the trade. Apologies, Aaron. I get confused with everyone. There's so many people in here. He says as there's like 15 people. I get real confused with like who's who. I just click on the app. That's why it's not working. I can't show you on my phone. Apologies, Aaron. Apologies, man. Sorry. Yeah, Aaron's real good at helping people out. Mark Cook, not the van. Things vans. Right. Slow mode, age restricted. Hide. No. Don't. You guys test me, man. You guys test me. Nice, Aaron. You legend. I think I've been doing this since like 20. Well, I started in college at 18 and then come out of college in the 2008 recession. So 21, 31, that's 10 years. $8.40 Mark, but super. Mr. Majestic, that's a cool name. If that's John, that's a cool name. Just tagged you on Discord, Aaron. If you click on that tag and Mark, I'll tap. Stand up phone, you damn thing. Oh, William, stop. Charlie, look in going live. I have out a screenshot of what I can see. Going live. Click in there. Right, yeah. Sorry, I have seen this. So at pets it stops, but so is that tag not pulled Aaron and Mark in? Gonna have to give this a Google, Aaron. I don't want this to be like last week where I'm just sat here trying to work out how to use Discord. Oh, you got, oh, it's working now. Oh, brilliant. Got it. Oh, yeah, it's just come up. Right, brilliant. Weber. Where's Weber? Is Weber still in the house? He was asking about a sub box. And you guys still ain't answered red or purple. What can are we going for? Are we going for a red can or a purple can? And Aaron, you've not got Lego either, have you? Just tagged both of you, Aaron and Cookie. Cookie's already posted. Mark, you've already posted in there. But I've just tagged both of you in the Lego bit. Purple like my woman. Here we go then. Oh, purple's nice. John, that was a brilliant choice. That's dangerous. That's dangerous nice. Happy Valentine's, boys. Lads, guys. Right. Hey, you're all alone this weekend. Me or you, Mark? And this was the red one. We'll put that in here. And we've already had the green one. That purple is well nice. Right, I'm going to leave that there. Let's close that before that stays open all night. Let's go to the old workshop. I'm going to go live this Wednesday during lunch, and I'll try and make sure it's available later. I have a challenge coming up. How many cream eggs, one after another? You don't have to like... Right, that's gone. You can pause for like 5 minutes. How many cream eggs do you guys think you could eat in a 1 hour sitting? 1 hour is the limit.
Could you move, mate? No, we're in this. Yeah, I know, I can see that. That's my problem with this whole setup. That won't reduce. Can you move, please? We'd like to sit down.
40.
And 32. This is control.
I've done everything but grab my beer.
The kitchen has everything you might need.
40 of them in a row. I've had a practice run. I'm going out into the garden. Put that there. Right, the gym has moved. I keep calling it the gym. The workshop's moved around, guys. Now I've got this table down the back here. I've got plans to show you guys how I use this hardwood lipping and how I set that up there and how I finish things. But I've also got plans that I want to try and mount that dust extraction over there in that back corner, because currently it's brilliant, but the bags are too big for that machine, because new bags, old machine, just doesn't work out very well. Where can we sit you guys? That's going to be too bright. We see you guys here. Ah, but then I can't read. Actually, yeah, I probably can if I do this. Oh. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Here we go then, guys. So I've eaten already, as a practice run, I've eaten 10 of these in a row within 1 hour. And they make me feel sick. Sick to the point where it's like, okay, you've had a starter and a main and a dessert at Nando's or a restaurant. But if you really wanted to, you could push and go over to McDonald's and have a chicken wrap or a 20 nugget box and a McFlurry or something. So I'm hoping to do 15 and beat the other lads on Wednesday. Robbo, it's not the fact that I feel full, it's the fact I can feel my heart beating up in my temples. And I'm just like, It's almost like a drunk on sugar kind of feeling. Apologies, Aaron. Have a look at... Sorry. Now I'm on my phone, Aaron. This will go quiet, and then I'll have to come back in a second. I've just seen them discs, Aaron. I like them discs. Yeah, when it was a gym, Robbo, this place felt massive, and I used to have it as a white. It was all painted white. White skirting, white walls. They'll look cool, Aaron. They're nice, Robbo, and they're brilliant for trick shots, like... Like if I wanted to set my phone up there and I wanted to talk to you guys, but indirectly through the mirror, I could set up things like that. I love my trick shots. And there's other trick shots like, how do I do it? Is it like that? Yeah, like that. So I'm like looking in this mirror at my phone in that mirror, and I'm still, you guys can probably hardly see that. Mirrors are, the mirrors are filthy. I don't have a sponge. Don't have a cloth. Oh, it's because it's here. Look at that. Look at the difference. It's like night and day. That's a big difference. Like, look at that now. If I put that there, look how much clearer you can see me. That's crazy. Yeah, it is cool, and it's gimmicky. It's cool for like those 1 in a million shots. Trouble is, I don't do those 1 in a million shots all the time. Camera slider. I need. Would you guys be interested in a video on like all my videoing gear? Does that interest you guys? Just going to see. We've only got 5 people in here. For the plunge saw, I just got a new one, Aaron. I recommend at least like a 1.8 kerf and like a 40 or a 60 tooth. But then I'm very selective with what I'm plunging, and I don't care if it takes me 2 weeks to go through a board. All I care about is the neatness of the cut, if that makes sense. It's like this blade here. If I hit anything with this blade, that's it, I throw it. I don't mess around, even though that's a 240 volt, 254mm, 20mm bore or 30mm bore blade. I don't mess about. Like, the second I know a blade's dull, it's gone. Sorry, yeah, the question was, would you guys be interested in like my video thing, video recording gear and like my setup and stuff? I use whatever's cheap or on offer in Screwfix, Aaron. I don't have like a go-to. I do like fraud, whatever you want to call them, and I love Trend, but they're just ridiculous money. So it tends to be, I either stick it on the account at Travis or whatever's cheap in Screwfix, if I'm honest, because the second I kill a blade, I just replace it. So I'm more about sharp, fresh blades more than I am long-lasting quality and expensive. John, sounds like my video stuff would be the video for you. I use CapCut, which I pay for, because CapCut is half the price of Premiere Pro. So I pay $9.99 for CapCut. That gives me like different transitions and all kinds of different effects that I can put on my videos. And it gives me pro features like noise cancelling. So say if I was stood here, John, and as I was talking, there was like that tapping in the background, I could press a button and all of a sudden I could still be tapping and it would appear that I'm not tapping. It's real good. Yeah, Mark, I'll include everything. So, don't know why I leave it here. £480 camera slider. This thing, you guys must have seen it in my video when I done the shoe rack build, which I intend to do a modified version of a shoe rack. I feel like doing a freestanding shoe rack. I think a freestanding shoe rack might do quite well, but who knows? Yes, my camera slider, John, I can sit somewhere, and is what I do is I put something in the close foreground, and I'll be working away in the background, and as I'm working away, the camera will just slide like that, or it will slide towards, and it will just go like that, so it'll barely look like I'm moving. But in the foreground, because I've got something really close, even though the phone's only moving slightly, honestly, it looks awesome. And yeah, I'll explain and I'll show drone footage and stuff. Check out all the things get on to them blades. Very good and decent prices. Have you just put something in Discord, Aaron? I can talk about drones tonight if you wanted, Mark. If everybody wants to talk about drones, I love talking about drones. This sounds bad. If I wasn't doing carpentry, I'd look to make money out of videography and drone footage and like surveys. I don't know too much about surveys. I know being safe with a drone pretty well. I don't know it off by heart, but I can give you some quick tips that keeps you very safe real quick. Shit pilot lost on 250 quid. Did you crash, Mark? Have you owned a drone? Have you crashed one or something, mate? Because I can give you some real good tips for safe flying straight off the bat. I'll just go get the drone. Was it a DJI or was it an Amazon thing or was it a DJI? Lads, hold my beer. 5 minutes. 250 off a shopping channel. Right, hold on. Wow. Wow. Last footage was crashing into the conservatory. Right, Mark. Traffic lights, green, amber and red. Green, safe flying. Amber, it's at your discretion to argue that you are safe or you're not safe. So you've got green, amber and you've got red. But if I was to draw green, amber, red, it would look like this. So down here, that's a bad G, green is massive, yeah? Amber is okay, but it's a very small margin. So, and because it's a very small margin, you can quickly find yourself in the red zone. So this is how green, amber, red works. Wherever this is, without looking at that screen, just by looking up there in the sky, if I know where that is pointing, I'm green, I'm good, I'm safe flying. I could go a very long way and a long way away from myself in a straight line, and if I then can't tell the orientation in which I'm flying, and I have to start using my screen to know where I'm pointing, I'm then in amber. And this is why it now gets very dangerous. The second I fly behind a building or behind a tree or down into a valley and I can't see it, and my eyesight is broken, whether I was one side of the road or something and something come in front of me and traffic stopped and all of a sudden I couldn't see my drone, all of a sudden I'm breaking the law. That is why amber is a sticky one to get into. So as long as you can fly this, you know where you're pointing it without checking the screen, safe flying. This, with the sub 249 gram battery, this can literally go anywhere. I can fly over your house. I can't fly within a mile of an airport or something. I cannot go near airports. You cannot go in traffic control routes at all. That's where, nicely, where parents give their children drones, that's where kids come unstuck or adults end up in jail because their children done something with it. So the second that goes near air traffic control, police are coming for you. They'll perhaps never find you, but they'll be looking for you. I'll show you in here. So first thing, always return that button to N, which is normal mode. C is for cinematic, very slow, and S is for sports. A lot of people don't know this. The second you flick that in sports, none of these obstacle avoidance work at all. And that drone will go from 0 mile per hour to 57 mile per hour, like that. The propellers will instantly accelerate and it'll just go, and off it'll go. So, turn this on, and then we turn this on. How did Charlie crash his last drone? Oh, he was just flying in the workshop. As you do. Dad, one too many cream eggs. So let the controller load up. And let the aircraft warm up. This is a Mini 3 Pro. These things are brilliant. Yeah. So look, there it is. So, going back to I can fly this anywhere. Any sub 259 gram drone can fly anywhere. But bear in mind, it's very naughty to hover above people. Definitely don't hover above crowds of people. No, I said hover. Nothing stops you flying over. However, people at festivals, like the BBC that fly drones around at festivals, they're breaking the law. They won't tell you that, but they're breaking the law. If that 259 gram thing falls from 120 meters and clonks you on the head, I don't care if it's 249 grams. I don't care if it's plastic. You might as well drop a bit of metal on my head. Mini 3 is just as good as the Mini 3 Pro. The only difference is what it can shoot in. So a cool thing that the Mini 3 Pro has over the Mini 3 is this. I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm going to try and do some like cinematic shots here now. Right, watch that lens and watch this screen when I press this button. Did you see that? So the Mini, all of the Minis, the Mini 4, the Mini 3, the Mini 3 Pro, they all have true 4K and they can rotate. I'll do that again, I'll do that close up.
Home point updated.
Oh, it's finally updated the home point. Right. I'll show you how I do my stuff when it films me. Why are those, they're blurry, because that's got, oh, is that better? No, that's still no better. Right. I should put that down on the floor. Should have a swig. See if I can do this in front of you guys. The batteries charge really quick, but nicely they obviously decharge very quick as well. You could get like 15 minutes. Pull both triggers down and back, and then staying in normal mode. That is it. That's all I have to do, Mark. And then I just make sure I'm filming in this area. So like, as long as I've got that, that thing doesn't move. Even if I get close, all it does is warn me. So I can now do like that. So look, that is now down there at this end of the workshop, right? And I look like that on the controller. So again, if I wanted to shoot something for my mobile, just press this, and even whilst I'm in the air and I'm flying, that changes. The DJIs use GPS, so if I do this, it floats back. It's nuts how they work. So all this does on this joystick is tell it where to go on GPS. So like another thing I'll show you, Mark. So if I go on here and I go brake, and I'll just do this slowly in Cine. No, it won't do 360s or anything, Aaron. Right, but watch this. I'll push up on the joystick. Yeah? Watch the joystick. Hold on, that very nearly went into the window. Hold tight, guys. Right, I just need to make sure that this will... Right, I'm not actually sure what it's doing, but basically I very nearly flew it clean into the window then. But it's what I wanted to show you. It might be because it's too dark and it's not bright enough in here. I don't know why. But basically, on my bigger drone, on my Maverick, if I was to fly forwards at something, as long as I was in Cine or normal, look, if I do this, so that's Cine mode, that's normal mode, slow speed, and if I do this, obstacle avoidance unavailable. So now it should be in. It's not going to pick it up. I don't know, sorry, I don't know why that's not picking that up. But it's what I wanted to show you, is that as long as you use the safety equipment on the drone, is what should happen, is you should literally be able to push forwards and it would get to here and it'd go like your car's parking sensors, and it literally wouldn't come any closer. But I think the room is so small it won't allow it. And I'll just turn that off and then that's that. Everything's off. And then you just go fold, 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 fold. But something I do want to warn you guys about. So one thing I can tell you, the second you use these as a crane or as an airdrop device, jail. Because prisons are fed up with it. Even if you weren't using it, the fact that you could, they would prosecute you. It's a bit pathetic, but it is what it is. But one thing I wanted to make you aware of, these can have filters put on. So this is nothing. This is just a clear bit of plastic, and that's now nothing on the lens. if I change this for an ND filter, all of a sudden I'm 250 grams, not 249 grams. Amazon starting trials up my way shortly. Yeah, my dad sometimes goes to work in places like Milton Keynes, and he's been walking down the street going to get his lunch, and a little shopping cart, little electric shopping cart, has like overtaken him. Amazon have been using little electric buggies to deliver stuff. But yeah, so physically, those minis can be flown anywhere. The fuck was that? I don't know. Who knows? Something just come on camera. I don't know. Those minis can physically be flown anywhere. However, the second you press record, if you're in a public place and somebody doesn't want to be recorded, you're now breaking a law that is called invading people's privacy. That is where people get caught out with. Nothing stops them flying them anywhere, as much as like you might get upset with your neighbour's kids flying it up, down, left, right, and all over the place around the estate. They should be accompanied by an adult, and they should be a lot more respectful, but nothing stops them doing that. Is what's unknown to anyone, and is what is breaking the law, is the second you press record, if you're recording something you shouldn't be, you're then invading privacy. That's where the drones are dangerous. And I can tell you these are harmless. My Maverick can do some serious height and can still read the number on your door. No, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, Mark. But I'm just saying, if you was out in Newcastle and places like, this is where people give drones a bad name, right? I don't disagree and I don't agree with it, because certain people just go out there and upset people because they can. And they don't do it for wrong reasons, but equally it's not nice that they do it. So look, get into the story. Some of these drones, English heritage places like castles and stuff like that, there's a law, or their own law is that no drones. That's a policy. People don't. You can record in public places, but so for example, when I recorded the carport, everyone that passed and everyone that looked at me or looked at the drone, I just said, "You're all right, I'm Charlie, I'm just filming for YouTube. If anything's a problem, just say and I'll stop." Because if I just go, "You're all right, no, nothing to see here," and then upload it on YouTube and then they see it and they click report, no questions asked, my video gets demonetized and it gets taken down. I mean, if you're just doing it and you're keeping the footage for yourself and you're not posting it anywhere, you can do what you want, but you're still being a bit naughty flying somewhere where people don't appreciate you flying, if that makes sense. Audit people. Yeah, so it's just a bit of friendly respect is the way I look at it. Nothing would stop me flying that over your house and looking in your garden. But one, it's going to upset you, and two, you wouldn't be able to know whether I was recording or not. But if you could get hold of that controller and prove that I was recording, so for me, you see, everything goes out on YouTube. But if you could prove that the person flying that drone above your house is recording, they're invading your privacy, you can take them to court. So those auditors, all they have to say is, I'm just auditing, I'm a registered drone pilot, here's my ID. And people wouldn't care. Like, okay, fine, but look, as much as you're an auditor and you can fly anywhere, why are you stood at my gate and why are you now flying above my factory or my property? It's like standing in public with your dick out. Like you're just fishing for someone to come and have a problem with you. If that auditor stayed in his car or hid himself out the way, just done his quick audit and then landed, no one would care. Some of these auditors on YouTube really ask for a fight. They're looking for confrontation. That's what I'm getting at. Nothing stops them flying over a building and stuff like that, but it's just not very respectful. I see a lot of it. I like watching FPV. Yannick flying over my backyard. Yeah, you just got to be respectful to people. So like what I film, I'm lucky. I live really rural. So videoing what I video, I barely ever see anyone. And if I do, they're probably in a car driving down the road anyway. Nobody cares in my area. But like, yeah, when I'm like in the villages and I was filming the carport, I'm polite and I'm respectful and I just make sure I'm not out upsetting people. Because if I do, I'm quickly going to upset people. I don't want to upset people, and it has only taken me to upset the wrong person, and it just make my life hard. And if I did get something wrong, it cost me. Yeah. You just got to be careful. Like, I would love to go into my town and get some beautiful shots of the sunrise and like all the buildings. But it only takes one person to see me doing that and have a problem, and I can have the police called on me. So I just don't bother. It's just, nothing stops me by law. It just, I don't want the confrontation. I don't want the argument. That's all I mean by it. This is good stuff. But yeah, drones like that, Mark, are videography cinematic drones. Other kind of drone you can get, which do flips and whoops that Aaron was talking about. You put a pair of FPV goggles, first person goggles on, and you literally fly them analog. So this is all very refined with GPS. Like you see, when I push the drone, it goes back to its GPS coordinates. When you fly analog, there are so many new things to learn. But it looks so cool when they take, the racing ones. When they take those racing drones through all the little hoops and stuff, that looks amazing. So the carport, 4. Action 3, Action 5, GoPro Hero 11 to do my main content with, and the Mini was in the sky. So I've just learned how to use a search bar called Trends. I was talking to Robbo in a private chat the other day about that new taskbar. Before I think about content now as a content creator, I can search for a video and just see whether it's high, low or medium. But the trouble is with high, low or medium, it doesn't tell me how many hits. It just says high, low, medium. So I could type in how to swing a door. That could be high, but only 100 people would want to see that high target. And I could type in how to build a shoe rack and that would also say high. But that could be 3,000 people that want to see how to make a shoe rack. What's on tomorrow? Tomorrow, legs in a couple of hours, in all fairness, if I'm honest. What's the time? 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 hours. In 6 hours' time, mate, I'll be gone to bed and got back up and I'll be hitting legs in the gym, Aaron, with Big L, Big Liam. And then just edit tomorrow. Try and get 2 videos up for Mark and Robbo as members to watch. I've got a tool review coming up. It's down here in that yellow box, that DeWalt. You can see it on my Instagram, what it is, if you want to find it. Almost every day, Mark. Almost every day. I'll do like a push one, which is like chest and biceps. Then I do pull one, which is like lats and shoulders. Then I do legs on a Wednesday. Then I rest on a Thursday. Then Friday we do arms and more shoulders as like a pull 2. And then Saturday mornings we do legs in a commercial gym. I've just done a day in the life, haven't I? Do you mean a day in the life doing gym or something? I've been doing squats all day. What have you been up to today, Aaron? Tell you what else I need to do this weekend. I need to film the roof for Mark's shed. And a new lad has commented a load of tips on how to use Google SketchUp, so I'm going to give that a whirl. Take us everywhere you go. All right. I'll see what I can do. Myra Fit or eBay. eBay probably got good second-hand dumbbell racks. Mark, the gym that I use at Liam's is basically half all of my gear. Everything that Liam didn't have was, look, I've still got gym gear now. I've still got 25s and 20s and some 15s in Olympic colours. Day in the life like that, right? Yeah, I can do stuff like that. I kind of touched on that, but it was a very short day in the life. I'll give you, it was a very short day in the life when I've done the last one, Aaron. If you, right, everyone, there's 4 people in now. Everyone that was, if you was a member, 2 of you are members. Aaron, Mark and Robbo, you guys are members. And I love you for that. Because nicely, there's not much extra you get. But if you could choose some extra features as members that you guys could get, what would you choose? Everyone can answer. Everyone can get involved. I'll give it context. Say you pay the $2.99 like Mark and Robbo do. You become a channel member. You get access to loads of different stuff. What would that loads of different stuff be? Gym visits. Sunday dinner at mine once a month. I like that. That's a good answer. Don't know whether you'd enjoy my Sunday dinners, Aaron. I'm very autistic with food. If it's not chicken and rice, it's rice and chicken. I'd eat more than chicken and rice, Mark. So my diet is stuff like 50 grams of ready break, 200 ml of milk, and a scoop of whey protein in the mornings. If it's not that, then it's 400 ml of milk and a scoop of whey protein. So I'll get at least 25 grams hit at like 20 to 7 in the morning. A crack of Monster every morning at like 5 o'clock as I walk to Liam's. 10 o'clock, 120 grams of mince, 5% fat mince. Sometimes I shake fajita seasoning on it. I add jalapenos or jalapenos, whatever you want to call them. 3 Weetabix with oat milk. Nice. I've just recorded a load of shorts, Aaron. And all my shorts that I've recorded today are tips. So look forward to them. So tip 1 was how to remove raw plugs from plasterboard. No, sorry, tip 1 was how I create a magnetic point for my magnetic laser level if there's nothing in the room. Then, yeah, tip 2 was how to remove the raw plugs from plasterboard. And tip 3 was how to fill raw plug holes with polyfiller. Yeah, so I'll eat at 10 to 7, 7 o'clock. I'll have ready break. 5 o'clock in the morning, I have a Monster to caffeine to wake me up. Knees are burning. Now, or at lunch. So at 10 o'clock, I have mince and jasmine rice. And again, I have jalapenos, and I might have like mustard with it or barbecue sauce, but only like 10 grams, no more than 10 grams. Literally like a little drop. Repeat that at 1 o'clock. Then I would probably do during the week, just for speed, red pepper, green pepper, orange pepper, yellow pepper, just do some peppers, some chicken, and I have fajitas. I've just had fajitas tonight. Pros and cons to not having breakfast, Aaron. Been on them for 2 days, thighs are burning as well. You're worn out, mate, you're worn out. You have a rest this weekend, you have a rest. Yes and no. If you don't eat breakfast in the morning, then it doesn't like wake your body up. But at the same time, it takes energy to digest your food, so it kind of makes you feel sleepy if you eat in the morning. I don't understand it because I'm not one of these people, but some people physically can't get food in their mouth in the morning. But the idea of me eating like 6 meals a day is I eat small meals very often, and then instead of having massive flames on my fire and it being 60 degrees, 100 degrees in the house, and then going down to like 15 degrees in the house, and then 106 degrees again, and then 15 degrees. I sit at 30, 50 degrees all day long. So my BMR, how I burn calories and my metabolism, just churns and churns all day long. then it gets a bit more complicated. Then you need carbs to push the proteins around in the blood. And Huel, those Huel drinks are pretty good, Aaron. What happened with my right ear? Which one's my right or my left? Don't know. It's probably just the way I'm stood. If I stand like that, then it looks like that. And if I stand like that, then it looks like that. If I do that, hopefully one day this week, I'm going to get this extraction set up and go up over the ceiling and down in the middle. I've got all this brand new hose to pipe up, but these bags from Axminster are not the best. Oh, you go for it, Daniel. Oh, I couldn't give a monkey's. I've got big ears. I'm cool with it, mate. I could hear your comment coming. I'm here for a laugh, mate. Cheers, man, and you. Smash that like button if you like my sarcasm and you enjoy my humour. New jobs. Small, if I'm honest. New jobs as in new content, or as in new jobs as in that come in all this week. It's good to pick up radar signals from here. The 7 I got this week, oh mate. So I started a bathroom and a living room, but I've not touched the living room yet. I've just started that job. That's on my Instagram. You'll see I've demolished a bathroom. Skirting to complete a room for someone. Kitchen on Monday. My mother would like some sort of bin store for her wheelie bins. What else is on that board? Alan and Rosie want the rest of the house finished and cladding. My shelves I had to get up this week. Mate, I might completely go blank. Other little things that go on behind the scenes that you guys don't get to see is like, I've got both my tower scaffolds out, and I don't get the money until that comes back, because like I don't charge the rent until they hand them back. Else, I charge people rent and then they bring them back 2 days later, and it's like, oh, that's extra. So it's just easier for me to not charge until they bring it back, and then it's like. Yeah, that, and I have to then do the video editing that I do. So like now, I'll finish this live 10 o'clock. I think I'm going to disappear at 10 o'clock and I'll go back to video editing till like 11-ish. So I'll have another hour video editing. Hopefully I'll get a video up for you members this weekend. What's cheap, Mark? Tell me what cheap is. So I don't pay a lot for mine, but I might be blessed that I'm closer to London. Aaron said what happened to my ears, but I think it was because I was like that. I can't think of his name. What was his name? What did he say? Daniel. Daniel commented on my ears. Yeah, you won't find one for 300 quid. When I say cheap, I paid £1,200 for a fairly new one for a single narrow, and I paid £800 for a very old, very old double. My single, small, gets the most use, and that's probably now, today's value, it's probably worth like 2,800 second hand. And so I buy Boss Youngman scaffold, and I don't buy any other brand. I don't do none of this DIY tower. All of my tower could interlock with each other. So basically, I have double frames and single frames. I have 1.8 boards and 2.4 boards. So someone could say to me, "Oh, Charlie, could I have a double tower with narrow boards?" And I'll say, "Sure, mate." And I've got all the poles and attachments, and they all mix in. So, yeah. Super handy, so handy. At £300, Mark, you're probably going to get some like trestles and scaffold boards nicely. Yeah. £40 a week. That is well cheap. Who's that with, Mark? Is that with like a company, or is that just off a mate? Refundable though. Yeah. In Canada, it's called stagging. Is stagging like hire, or is stagging scaffold, John? Stone saw about £7 for a few days. Oh, staging. Ah, right, yeah, same as scaffolding, right, cool. I ain't got any here to show you what mine is. But yeah, basically mine just comes in loads of little 2 metre sections, and again, it's single or it's double, and then yeah, I've got long, short boards, and I've got long boards, and the poles, and all the attachments. So like, yeah, if I needed to take down a chimney, single or double, I can get a single down an alleyway, and if I want long boards, I can put long boards on it. And if I've got lots of room and I want to work somewhere high, and I'm at the front of a property, then I just set the double long boards up if I can get it in the gap, and then I'm free to stack like 500 kilos on the scaffold and work away and just be safe. Aaron, my pal. So what sort of things do you guys want to see in videos coming up then? A day in the life, like a full day in the life. yeah, Youngman are brilliant. And that's the stuff that I buy. That is like what I nicely call top quality stuff. It's just as good as the other stuff. It's just it all works with each other, so it just suits me down to the ground. But yeah, like for context, a 1.8 meter tower scaffold board would cost me like 150 quid, and like a 2.4 meter tower scaffold board would cost me like 180, 200 quid. Maybe even 240 if it's got the ladder hatch in it. And then the Youngman single ladders, they're like 60 to 80 pounds second hand. And the doubles are like 150 to 180 second hand down this way. I look out for like people just selling 4.8 working height, and then I just sell on the feet and sell on the outrigger legs, and anything that's damaged or broken I just get rid of, and I just keep upcycling. Yeah, I've had chicken fajitas. When you get up at 5 in the morning, I tend to eat dinner bang on like 4 o'clock. If not, I get hangry. I'm probably going to have a bowl of ready brek before I go up and video edit till 11, just so I'm carbed up and I'm fueled up for the morning when I do big legs. Yeah, genuinely, Aaron. Ready brek with protein, mince and rice twice a day, and fajitas, nothing changes. I'm an idiot and I still snack and I eat cream eggs and I drink ciders. Amy has the same, other than during the day, because she's not with me during the day. Amy will have like Tesco sandwich, a cereal bar for breakfast. Amy's been quite good lately. She's been having salads. It's all good. When I get bored of the mince and rice, I just have rice and mince. Absolute wind-up, innit? Been doing Mr. Tom's. I love curry. What did you have? What curry did you have? Oh, you tease, Aaron. I know what curry I like. Oh, I'm thinking of it right now. Chicken masala. You're not a spice man. Chicken masala is still nice. Did you mean like you've had a curry at home or like takeaway curry? What's your go-to curry, Mark? Oh, I'm going to start heading in. From the Thai van. Nice. Right. Drone. smashing that before I go back in. Better just turn this light off in here. I left the light on. Love Island's on. Now Amy's watching Love Island. She's curled up on the sofa. I'll see if I can get her on one day, but I shouldn't think she's in the mood tonight. I've been on this instead of playing with her, instead of spending time with her. So I shouldn't think she's a happy bunny tonight. Right. Last couple of questions, lads, and then I'm going to shoot. Now, we tend to just go out when we want to go out at any given moment. But at the moment, I'm chasing my tail from Christmas. I had loads of work last year leading up to Christmas, and then November the phone stopped ringing, so... And then I end up with things like scaffold not coming back on the days they say, and mixers being out on hire, and then my cash flow gets ruined. And then Amy has to look after me. Yeah, they do. I'm very big on having low outgoings. So like my phone I buy outright. My SIM contract is just a SIM only, and that's it. I don't mess around with things on finance and anything like that. I use 0% credit finance, but I don't mess around with monthly outgoings. I make a fortune off them. What do you make a fortune off? Off bills? Another couple of minutes, lads, and I'm going to shoot. It's a screw I've been using today. I love it, Aaron. Yeah, I use the credit one though. I don't use the pay in 3. I just do 0% 4 months. Yeah, the pay in 3. Sometimes it's interest free, and sometimes the pay in 3 puts like 16% or 9% on or something. I just do 0% 4 months, and I pay back when I want. So like this week I brought 2 drone batteries for the Maverick, so that then instead of like half a day's flying, I've got a whole day's flying. it's good, Aaron. You can get like 600. Well, at one point I had £4,000 on PayPal credit, but I got rid of that. Now I've only got 600 quid. It's good. I just use it in the case of like, oh, I don't want to spend £600 at the business. I'll bang it on PayPal credit, and then when this job ends, I'll pay it straight off, and that's what I do. Yeah, DJI Mini 3 Mark are brilliant. And if you wait till summer, Mark, they'll be even cheaper, because I think the Mini 5 comes out this year, so like a Mini 3 will be pence. If you go over the 4 months, then you get charged like 21% APR. So like for me, having a £600 thing, I only buy like, well, Makita tools can still be like £400 to go, but like I only buy like £100 things. So like something that's say 120 quid plus 21% APR. Oh, there's my phone. I can't do it. I don't know. What's that? Yeah, 100 quid plus 21.9% APRs. Yeah, Mark's got it, 121 quid. I was just checking. I had a feeling it was 121. I just didn't want to say it and be wrong. Yeah. And yeah, if it's like 200 quid, then yeah, it's 240 quid. And that's regardless of whether you paid all £90 off and that just had the last £10 to pay. They charge interest on the full amount, the £100. That's where they sting you. Aaron, I just buy things for like 100 quid here and there. So it has to be over £99. So it has to be from £100 up. And then it's eligible for 4 months interest-free credit. So like, what can you buy in the building trade that's under £99? You know, I just use it in the sense of like, if my impact broke tomorrow in the rain, bang it on 0%. And then the second the job gets finished, cleared. It's annoying, but then like that, it's not out of my pocket instantly. I've still got the cash flow in the business. And once the job comes in, it just hits me then. It's just £100 less I earn. It's good if you can be sensible with it. At the end of the day, if you've got the money to like replace your tools when they break, then you don't need it. It's just handy. Right, guys. Just gone 10. Yeah, you can set up a direct debit so that you don't forget. And even though it's 4 months interest free, every month, like a credit card, you have a minimum payment. So like, I just tend to buy one thing a month and then make sure I can pay those things off. That's why I've only got 600 quid, so that mine don't get out of control. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. You can use it with Screwfix as well. Anything where you can check out with PayPal, you can use 0%. It's just you have to spend that £100 to use the 0%. If not, they still let you use PayPal credit. And if you spent £80, they'd put 21% on it and it'd be like £97 or something. Right, I'm going to shoot, guys. It's been amazing tonight. Thank you to everyone who clicked the super chat. Much love. And thank you to everyone that smashed the thumbs up. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to do this last little edit. And hopefully you guys that are members, you'll get 2 videos this weekend. Nah, Aaron, I've got a video edit. I'll be bed at 11. Then I'll be back up at 4:30 to get in the gym for 5. Right, guys, much love. Peace. I'll see you tomorrow. Or I'll see you next Friday. That'll be, let me check the date. 21st, Friday the 21st. Be there or be square. I'll see you the next one, guys. Peace.